Somebody lied. Somebody lied. Somebody lied and said that being a mother was easy. And maybe people didn't lie. Maybe I'm just thinking that because people have multiple kids. But in the words of my mother, this is labor. When you first started, you had to go through labor. And you got this beautiful jewel. I guess I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you.
Greetings, I am Miss Shinobi Morgan. I am a motivational speaker and published author, and I've created this space entitled The Woman Cave. And The Woman Cave is just a space that I created that allows women to just come and talk. You let your hair down and you just talk about issues that in common places may be like, girl, how you feel like that? And who made you feel like that? And how could you ever say that in public? Child, The Woman Cave is the spot. It's where I allow my friends to come over, my associates, and we just talk about different issues that may seem taboo to talk about in other settings. And so The Woman Cave, I would like to welcome you to it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And today we are talking about a juicy topic every Wednesday. Gotta get more committed into doing my recording every week, but we holding each other accountable, right? And so every Wednesday I want to drop some gems as it relates to different topics that I may experience in life, that my girlfriend may call me and say, listen, I need some help with this, or I may call my girlfriend and just need some advice about it, whatever the case may be. This week I want to talk about the myths or what nobody told me about being a new mommy. I am so excited that I am a new mom, that God chose me to be Zuri mommy, but it's a lot that comes with it. And so I figured, what the heck, I can go to my woman cave and I can talk about this. I can talk about this with my followers. I can talk about this with my friends. And yeah, let's talk about it. And so to start off, I do want to say that I love being a mom. It is so rewarding. I just thank God for, choosing me to be Zuri's mom. Every day I learn different stuff. I learn how to be more patient. I learn the true meaning of love. I learned the true meaning of putting someone before you. You can be in a relationship and you choose your man before you, but then again, you be like, no, it's really me over him. But when you're a mom, it's her like 100%. And so she teach me, she mature me, she loves me even when I'm not doing things right. She helped me step away from this idea of I have to be perfect to be a mom, or I have to be perfect to do things. And so I just thank God for blessing me with this beautiful, beautiful baby that everybody thinks look like me until they see daddy and like, no. And so, yeah, although these things are beautiful and every day she just brightens up my day, it's a lot that people don't really talk about. It's a lot of settings that women are not allowed to talk and just be real with, hey, this is not an easy task. And so what I've done is just gather about 10 or 11 top things that I've experienced while being a new mom. We are 6 months in and I am so excited. I'm just excited about the journey, but I also know, wait, there are some topics and some tips that I can leave with someone that's becoming a mom, maybe pregnant right now, maybe trying with their spouse, or whatever the case may be. Listen, girl, listen, shout out to my girlfriend that bought me this mug when I became a mom, not realizing that I was gonna need it. So yeah. I'm gonna leave you with about 10 or 11 gems that I'm just like, listen, let me get from around my spouse and let me just talk about these things that, I go through, but I only could talk about really with my girlfriends. And I feel like that's selfish. No, I should talk about it in public. I should talk about it on my channel. Let's talk about these things. So the first thing first, girl, rest. Ain't no such thing as rest. Ain't no such thing as rest. Like I'm literally doing this recording at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no such thing as rest. And things get easier over time, but at first, you will be sleep deprived. You don't know what rest means. And so you have a baby, a little human that's really, hey, mommy, get up, I'm hungry, hey, mom, and don't understand time. Don't understand that this is the time that you go to sleep, this is the time that you wake up. So yeah, sleep, you're being sleep deprived. No one really talk about that. People say that you gotta get up every 2 to 3 hours, but nobody really talk about this. Nobody talk about that you really can't drink coffee because you may be breastfeeding, or like, girl, no sleep. Maybe 2-3 hours. And then you still gotta go, depending on what your situation is, you still may have to get up and go to work after maternity leave. And your job is gonna be depending on you to be not this last version, not this new version of Shinobi or Miss Morgan, the last version. Girl, being on time every day and still doing your job. Sleep deprived. Making sure that you get sleep anytime you can, girl, get your rest. Enjoy your rest before you become a mom. Okay? The next thing is, and my doctor always tell me this, but you don't really realize when people be like, no, your hormones take time to kind of like get back to, to regulating normal. Emotional. With becoming a new mommy, you are emotional. You are trying to figure out what the heck just happened. Like, I just brought a new human in the world, thank God, but what the heck just happened? And so being this emotional wreck where I am like, one morning I'm good, one afternoon I'm good, and then the next night I'm like, what the heck? These weird feelings while you are going through your postpartum, and you're just like, what the heck? Who got my baby? Who watched my baby? Are you allowed to watch my baby? Only my mama can watch my baby. Not even the daddy. Not even my mom. Girl, you are all over the place. And so, grabbing a journal, taking time out to pray, taking time out to talk to your girlfriends. You gotta get you some friends that, and we're gonna talk about that a little later. But, girl, emotional wreck. You are all over the place, and it's so important to breathe. It's so important to just take a second to yourself, not a minute, not a day, but take a second for yourself where you are just breathing and you are just patting yourself on the back and saying, you got this. And so know that your emotions are going to be all over the place, but it's okay. It is okay. And people may not understand it, but girl, you got that close friend, they got a kid, you got your mama. You need a space that you can say, is this okay? I got a girlfriend that bought me this mug. Shout out to her, that I would text so much like, girl, is this normal? Like, I want to slap my man. Like, is this normal? So the emotional part, you get used to it over time. The next thing I would say is your friend circle change. I had to deal with this for a while, and I'm a lot better now, but when I was pregnant, like, my friends, they was respecting my space. Like, we can't really hang out with Shinobi no more because Shinobi can't really come to brunch. Shinobi can't really drink. Shinobi can't really do this with us. So they wouldn't call me as much. But I've never felt more lonely before. And so I didn't realize that your friends would change. You in your head, you think, oh, my friend's gonna be around, my friend's gonna be watching my baby, and that's not reality. And so it's so important, I think, to say that your friends aren't jealous of you. Your friends, your close friends, your cousins, whatever, they're not jealous of you. They just don't know this version of you. And so you go through this phase where you grieve, so to speak. You grieve this old, I would say, a lifestyle where you're like, dang, are they still my friends? And they're still your friends. I want to say that my friends are amazing. We don't talk every day. I've never been that type of friend, but my friends are amazing. And your friends change, and you're gonna start realizing that it's a good thing, because you need friends that has experienced what you are experiencing. You need friends that you can call and say, listen, I am going through this, or I just had this thought, like, How do I get over this? So your friends change. Your friend circle, sorry. Your friend circle definitely change. Understand that you are going to go through this part of grieving your old lifestyle, grieving your old friends, grieving like, dang, I used to be shaped like this, or I used to be like this. I used to be this woman that can do any and everything. You know, you never realize the beauty of being able to get out and say $30 on pump too, and not worry about, you know, leaving your baby, or you got to carry your baby just to get a little Laffy Taffy out the dollar store. Girl, things change, but they change for the better. And so your friend circle changed, but it's not that they're not your friends no more. God is just preparing you for what's to come. The next thing I would say is respecting time. Things in the beginning will be very hard. It's going to be challenging. You know, the people that you may expect to be around, they may not be around. You think that you're going to have this perfect little baby that don't cry as much. You lied. You cry a lot. You lied. My mom always said, girl, you think you're ready to have a baby? You're going to want to throw that baby out the window that she crying so much. And I'm like, girl, shut up. Don't try to put your experience on me. You know, you try to just be positive. You try to be optimistic, and you like, wait a minute. What window you want to go out? Because you getting on my nerves. And so just respecting time. Respecting time, because things are going to get better. It's going to get better. When my baby was 2-3 days old versus me now, things are going to get better. A TMI, not even really TMI, because as I mentioned, we're in a woman cave. What's too extreme to talk about? At first, when I started breastfeeding, my breast would be full of blood. Now, girl, probably, what? I can have a whole conversation. She right there, I'm breastfeeding her. Breasts hanging, and they just going to the side. So, respect time. Respect that things are going to get better. The next thing I would say is being open, and it's crazy how that went right into this, being open to whatever may happen. I had this whole idea that I was going to have a natural birth. I was going to breastfeed. I wanted to do everything natural, and that was my prerogative. I knew for a fact. I had already said it in the beginning. I was doing an at-home birth, like a water birth, but I switched that up a little bit. But I had to be open that things may change, and I say that now, but I wasn't willing to say that in the beginning when I was pregnant. And so when I was getting my pregnancy bag, my delivery bag ready, my friend came over and she packed my stuff. She got my nursery ready, and she was like, Chanel, you need more stuff. And I'm like, for what? She's like, you got to be open to whatever happens. And I'm like, girl, shut up. You had a C-section and got nothing to do with me. Stop putting y'all stories in y'all life on me. And I was in labor literally for 3 days, and I did not expect that. I was this girl that worked out every day. I eat healthy. I drink a gallon of water a day. I can run 15 miles. I can run 20 miles. Whatever it is. Mentally, I was strong. I've always been mentally strong, but not realizing that just because you're mentally strong, that don't mean that your body can always align to, like, if your body weak, what do you depend on? And so, yeah, being open to whatever may happen. And so I wasn't expecting to have an emergency C-section, but I did. But I prolonged things and being in labor for so long because I was adamant about not having a C-section, and I had to have a C-section. That was the only way that my baby would get out, because she wouldn't dilate. I wouldn't dilate. And so being open to whatever may come your way. The moms that can't produce milk, being open. I understand you want to breastfeed, but it's okay to get formula. Doing what you have to do to make sure that your baby survive. You are in the trenches. And even that, my baby was a greedy baby. I'm greedy. My boyfriend called me little Mikey, whatever. But my baby's like that too. And so it was a lot of times I would breastfeed, but I wouldn't produce like enough milk for her to be sustained. And you know, breast milk is very thin, so I would have to feed her formula too, even though it was making her stomach hurt. I'm like, golly, what else am I gonna do? And of course now I strictly breastfeed, but yeah, I had to be open. I had to start being open to whatever that will come my way, because my expectations of what things had to be like, yeah, it wasn't reality. And so, yeah, that's a huge thing. Being open to whatever may come your way. The next thing is making time for your relationship still. It would be a lot of times where um, my spouse, he wants time, but this is the time that I put Zuri down, or I'm breastfeeding right now, or I'm washing bottles right now, or I'm spending time with Zuri right now, and really forgetting him, neglecting him. And I think most relationships go through this sense of this: the man is being a little jealous, or the woman is being a little jealous, because it's like, dang, you kiss the baby and then go to work, but you forget to kiss me, or he's telling me, babe, all right, babe, come over here, and I'm breastfeeding my baby. And so I had to separate that time, because your mind is still kind of catching up to what's going on. I would find myself like trying to breastfeed, and he telling me, come over here, and I'm just like trying to do both at the same time. And I'm like, wait a minute, this used to be a spot that I like. It started getting confusing. And so when I would talk to my friends, it was like, oh, okay, separate the time. And so that's an important thing. Separate the time that you are spending with your baby. This is, breastfeeding time. This is mommy time. And this is, time for my relationship. That's so crazy that I could talk about it now. At first I thought it was so weird. So the next thing I would say, being open to doing more. Mommy, you are the mother. God is the source, of course. I don't never take that away from God. But God has placed you in this baby life, and you are the source. You were baby, come get milk. You were baby, come get love and everything. You bonded with this baby for over 9 months. And God has given us, I believe, God has given a woman the strength to not only carry a child, not only go through labor, but to be able to work off no sleep, to make bottles, to wash bottles, to clean the house still, to make time for yourself, and make time for babe, make time for go to work. And listen, you will do more. And don't be mad about that. I thank God for giving me the strength to be able to do more. I used to get mad, like, why don't you wake up every 2 hours? And I'm just like, no. I remember one night he was like, Shinobi, how can I wake up 2 hours and do what? Feed her? How? When you breastfeed? And you don't want me touching your frozen milk. So you may do more. You got some relationships with a man do more. But it's a chance that you may do more. Choose your battles, sis. This is the woman cave. I'm going to say it. Choose your battles. Because there is a special bond that you have with your child. I don't care if it's a girl or a boy. It's a special bond. And so you have to be willing to say, you know what? I'm in the trenches. Babe, listen. I need you to just take her for an hour. But them other 23 hours, baby, is you and her. Is you and that baby. And you got to be okay with that. Take time, of course, to alternate. Babe, you can do this while I do this. Or baby, let me take a shower while you let me pump this milk into this bottle, whatever the case, whatever your situation is. But you may do more. You got to be okay with that. Another thing I would say is don't get pressured by society. People always want to know, when are you going to do the next thing? You dating when y'all going to get married. You get a bachelor's degree when you're going to get a master's degree. It's never good enough. And so you being content where you are. Don't forget your goals. Okay? And so people are pressuring us already, like, when is baby number 2 happening? And I'm just like, first come love, then come marriage, then come a baby carriage. And mine's kind of like went the other way around. And A real girl trying to do other stuff first. All right. I'm trying to follow the order now. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times people already pressure us like, when you gonna have another baby? When you, and I'm just like, hey, relax. I want to enjoy my time with my baby. Like, can we enjoy this season with being new parents? And sometimes you get pressured by society, and it's like, no, let me do my thing and how I see this thing fitting, you know? And so, yeah, don't allow people to pressure you into doing whatever the next thing look like. Because people don't even take a moment to think like, dang, you never think about this person. What if it was hard to get the first baby? What if the labor was traumatizing? What if, what if they did try and lost the baby? What if, you just never know. So just shut your mouth, and don't get pressured by people. The next thing I would say was, giving yourself time to heal. Because I came from the hospital, and yes, I was producing milk early, but so I just had a C-section where you cut different layers of skin open to get a baby out of me. I saw the video, my spouse recorded it, and you want me to stand up. My body is looking like a 7. I cannot stand up. You want me to stand up and still walk up and down this big house, and you want me to breastfeed and take care of this baby still too? Ain't no way in heck. I got pictures in my phone with literally cabbage all over my breast. Get this milk out of me. I'm not breastfeeding. Somebody come watch my baby. I cannot do this. And so giving yourself time, giving yourself space, giving yourself just a moment of just being, just understanding like, listen, it's gonna get better, dog. I already said this, but it's gonna get better. Cause that was a lot to do. And then I see posts on like social media, and it's like, so we're expected to do all of this? Yeah. God is giving you the strength. And so my mom was like, girl, go breastfeed your baby. You gonna get over this. My parents up here, walk around, limping. Listen, when I tell you I thought I could do it on my own at first, that's another thing. The stubborn women out there, the stubborn new mamas, because I was stubborn. Oh, me and Bae got this, me, Bae, and my mama got this, we good. Girl, I had about 100 people over here. Every different week, people flying in. From Florida, everywhere. Y'all, come help me. I need help. So not being afraid to ask for help. The last thing I would say is giving your body time to heal. Like I said, I was this girl that was in the gym every day, the perfect body, and still trying to get that body back. But the biggest lie that people said was, oh girl, you breastfeed, you're gonna get skinny. You lied. The only thing I got skinny and saggy is my breast. But just to give your body time to heal. Like you've gone through a major surgery or whatever you went, like however you delivered, and your body, I gained, oh my gosh, I was probably like 175, but I still had a 6-pack. My body looked amazing. I was lean, and I went to like 240, 250. So I gained a lot of weight. And I had a baby, now it's been 6 months. Now you think that your body just gonna be back regular. Like we going on vacation next month. I need my body to be perfect. It might not happen. And that's okay. And so giving yourself grace and understanding that you just went through a major surgery or you just had a baby, and that's okay. Don't compare your body to nobody else. But to be comfortable in your skin. I didn't put this on my cute card. But one other thing I would like to say is make time for yourself. Take a shower, girl. Go brush your teeth. Go do your hair. Get the cutest nightgowns you can get. People was like, oh, what do you want me to buy? My baby had everything. But I needed nightgowns. I needed like big long dresses to the floor. Something to, make me feel I didn't feel beautiful all the time, but I felt comfortable. And so make me feeling comfortable. So The 10, 11 things I would like to leave with you is getting rest, but understand that you might not get as much rest. You may be emotional wreck. Your friend circle may change. You may grieve that. Respecting time, being open to whatever may happen. Making time for your spouse, and also making time for your baby. Separating that girl. You may do more. The next thing is not being pressured by society. Also making time for yourself, and making time for this sense of understanding that you just had maybe just, I just had a C-section, and you gotta breastfeed, you gotta still clean the house, you gotta do all these things, but in this season, God has given you multiple hats, and you'll be able to wear them. Next thing is body shame, and also taking time for yourself. I love you so much, and you are doing the dang thing. You are about to do the dang thing. Get prepared to do the dang thing. Wherever you are, whether you are, like I said, becoming a mom, thinking about becoming a mom, you are a new mom, girl, you got this. This video is for anybody that is saying, you know what, I need a space to be able to just let this out. Make sure you comment and subscribe, because girl, I know I ain't the only one felt like this. So yeah, I love you so much, and enjoy your day. You are doing it, girl. You're doing a good job, and I love you. And like I said, walk up to the woman.